First off, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Allow respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways preaching the truth around the four corners of the earth. And salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And hopefully by the mercy and grace of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, all those brothers and sisters that's in the truth, all the elders and apostles that's been teaching and ruling well, hopefully we part of the elect. With that being said, this is your brother Dawaba from the branch of GMS here in Chicago, coming right back at you, a little lesson. And as you see on my video screen, I got a video by Integrative Preparedness. And if you look at the title, it says, "Are you ready for the horrors?" Now, he is about to read a comment left by a guy with the moniker of Sink or Swim. And he left a comment about he really gave a detailed how could I say a detailed of what he thinks is about to happen in the future in this country. He gave a heck of a detailed format of what he thinks is about to happen in this country, and it's all prophecy. Everything he said lines up with prophecy, So before I do anything, I'm finna sit up here and get Second Esdras. Chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, this is Second Esdras chapter 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time whereas the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even before the beginning. So my thing is, the Heavenly Father is sitting up here he's visiting this world. He's about to visit these plagues, all the uproars of the people, all these things you seeing is the Heavenly Father visiting this place because he's about to destroy it. And we seeing all the stuff that's happening, all the signs around us. We seeing that the economy is about to crash. We seeing that they're about to introduce a corrupt. We seeing the famine. We seeing Jacob's trouble. We're about to see sedition amongst men. And this guy is about to mention this, All these things we're seeing at this moment, But this guy's about to sit up here and say a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to sit up. I'm not going to play the whole video. I'm just going to play maybe two minutes and maybe 20 seconds. So here, I'm going to let y'all listen to it.
What he says, I suspect we will be squeezed financially instead. Now listen to this as he takes us through the scenario. Massive price.
Salakia, I'm going to play it, as you see, I cut it on, but I'm not going to play it like really from the beginning. I'm going to play it from where he's about to explain all the stuff that this guy is saying. So Salakia about that.
Increased taxes and decreased benefits. Ultimately, the dollar will fall 6 to 18 months max. He says, now I'm gonna stop just another second. Pay attention. This gets very detailed, and you need to pay attention. And you might even want to take notes or play this over again. And we will have a short period, days, maybe a week, for exchange of real fiat dollars for crypto fiat Fed dollars. FYI, it will not be a one-to-one exchange. I agree. It will be a fire sale. At this stage, that's right, because when what you've got is no longer have any use, you've got to take whatever they're offering for it. At this stage, we will be well beyond the Great Depression financially and food-wise. Banks and corporations will gobble up the land and assets of the population. The people will be forced onto the road toward the FEMA camps, however they can get there. There will be no fuel by this period. Driving will be illegal. Rule of law is already dead, as evidenced by canceling Russia and its people, elites getting away with rampant theft and horrific crimes, the pandemic itself, etc. The survivors will suffer and die en masse. Those who manage to stay on their land will face UN security forces that answer to nobody. Is this starting to seem unreal to some of you all? If it is, I caution you against just dismissing this, okay? Because all of these things are real possibilities, not because he said it, not because I've said it, because this stuff is included in a lot of what-if scenarios run by very specialized people.
Ask your smart speaker to play the Summer of Soul soundtrack.
I've seen some of it. You may have seen some of it. Don't let the idea creep into your mind that this will never happen. Oh, this couldn't happen. That causes.
So I'm gonna end it there. But you heard some of the things that the guy said. He said that he's thinking that the economy is gonna crash and they're gonna end up bringing out that digital dollar somewhere between 16 months and 18 months. Now, all this stuff he says he thinks is gonna happen in 16 to 18 months. And he sit up here saying, no, whatever money you got in the bank, they're not going to sit up here and be fair with you on it when they bring out that digital money. They're going to sit up here and give you whatever they want. Now, this is what all this stuff is what he's saying in his detailed chat, this detailed comment that he left on his dude chat board. And then he sit up here and said that, a lot of people going to be thrown in FEMA camps. He sit up here and said, there's going to be no law out here. He said, it's gonna be rough out here. He said that, hey, you're gonna he said it's gonna be lawlessness out here. Pretty much you ain't gonna own nothing. Pretty much you ain't gonna have no gas. All these things that this man said. All this is prophesied, man. All this is prophesied. There's gonna be lawlessness. That's sedition among men. You're gonna have these troops that's gonna be coming in people's houses, taking them out. You're gonna have so much craziness going on. And this is what's happening. And and the sad part is a lot of people gonna be caught off guard when all this shit happens. But with that, man, let me just get a few points that the guy made. I'm gonna go to 2nd Esdras chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The 4 storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And that's what's about to happen. This famine, the farmers ain't gonna be sitting up here be able to plant crops because they ain't gonna have the means to plant crops. All these stores like Aldi's and Jewel's and Costco and Walmart, all these stores, man, all the food is gonna be, if it ain't gonna be extreme, if whatever you find is gonna be extremely high from hyperinflation. And he spoke on that too. All this stuff is about to go down, man. That hyperinflation, famine, and it's a horrible death, man, famine. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 6, verse 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear it, they shall be suddenly afraid. At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. So, water, you ain't going to have running water. You ain't going to have energy, when it comes to light, when it comes to air conditioning, or when it comes to heat, depending on where you are. All this stuff is about to be all this is about to be done away with, man. It's about to be pure hell out here, And so then he was talking about the lawlessness. So here, let's go to 2nd Esdras chapter 15. This is 2nd Esdras chapter 15 and verse 14. I'm going to start at 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. And so this is that lawlessness that he was talking about. All this is coming, man. All this is coming. All this is coming. A lot of, they're going to be spoiling their goods. That means if you got wives, they're going to end up taking your wives, taking your kids, taking your food, killing the husband. All this is about to happen, and people think this is a joke. This is not a joke. And what that man described, even though, he's not in the truth, but everything that he described is prophecy, and all that shit is going to happen, But people are going to be taken unaware. People are going to get fucked up. And when that time comes, people are going to be so surprised and taken by surprise, it's going to be too late then. you know. But all this addition, all this stuff that's gonna happen, man, and that's addition amongst men. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck about the law. The law ain't gonna be around. Shit, a lot of these cops gonna be trying to defend themselves and defend their own family if they're around the area. You know, all this shit about to happen, man, and people think this is a joke. And dudes saying this could happen within 16 months to 18 months, no matter what it, you know, I don't know. None of us know. Only the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, knows this. When all this stuff is about to happen. The only thing we know, we looking at the signs and we could tell that it's coming real close. You know? So with that, let me get Isaiah because hey, this is about to get real out here. This is Isaiah chapter 13. And it's just I'm gonna go to well the point is in 16, but I'm gonna start at 14. This is Isaiah 13 and 14. And it shall be as the chase roar, as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people and flee everyone into his own land. And this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna have all them people, man. You know, we're gonna have the so-called blacks go to the so-called blacks, the so-called whites go to the so-called whites. You know, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna have people going into their own neighborhoods, their own countries, you know, because they think they're gonna have a better chance with their own people. And that's what's gonna happen. Even though it's gonna be a lot of hell out here, even you know, brothers gonna be against brother and all this stuff, but people are gonna go into their own countries, you know, try to escape from it's gonna be nation against nation, that race wars, all that stuff is gonna happen, man. And this is Isaiah 13 and 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. And that's the thing, you know. Not only are these E's gonna be falling, man, but a lot of J's are gonna be falling. A lot of y'all who want to sit up here and believe in this system and go with this system. You know, a lot of y'all gonna sit up here and die that death too. You know, a lot of y'all want to sit up here and follow E around. You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Y'all don't want to come back to the Heavenly Father. So guess what? Y'all gonna fall too. Now here's the point. This is Isaiah 13 and 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. And this is what's about to happen, man. These troops, man, when they do decide that, when they do unleash these troops, man, a lot of these houses gonna be getting fucked up, and a lot of these men gonna be getting put to death. And before they even get put to death, man, some of these mothers gonna have to watch their wives suffer, man, some horrible ass ravishing. You know, these mothers are gonna get tore off, man, by 1, 2, 3, 4, a whole gang of dudes. And no telling, they might do your daughters, even your sons might like that. You know, even men are gonna probably be getting ravished out here. You know, I don't want to use the other term, but I'm going to use just ravish, you know, because people like to sit up here and misuse your words when you say things. So I'm just going to use ravish, man. It's about to be rough out here, man. And people are not, hey, when it comes, people are going to be taken by surprise, and it's going to be too goddamn late, you know. It's going to be too goddamn late. And this shit about to happen, man. It's about to be pure hell out here. People ain't about to be ready for it, man. This devil is coming, and I'm going to get that too. Because we bring out Revelations 12 and 12 a lot. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And all this is about to happen, man. This devil is about to come. We rejoicing because the quicker this devil come, the quicker our kingdom come. You know? We rejoicing. We can't wait for this motherfucker to strike and start doing all the shit he want to do. You know, bring it on. You know, come on with it. But for you 2/3, for you lower E's, for you heathens, man, a lot of y'all gonna get fucked. When that Jacob trouble comes, it's gonna be hell. Yeah, Jacob gonna get fucked up, but Jacob gonna end up doing a lot of damage to a lot of you heathens, a lot of you E's too. Man, this place is about to be. Man, this place is about to. Hey, this place is about to turn up. You know, it's just a matter of time. You know, and me just thinking as a man, some of that shit could happen this year, man. As a matter of fact, I believe some things are gonna happen this year. You know, I pray we get delivered this year, but that's neither. You know, hey, you know, we just praying for that. You know, but there's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff that's gonna happen. You know, that famine of the word is about to come too, man. And that's another thing. Once the doors of mercy close, it's going to be on and popping. Because once they shut the internet off, Once they get us off the highways and byways, then you best believe it's gonna be pure hell at that time. Pure hell is right around the corner, you know. But I was listening to that guy. I just want to sit up here and put my 2 cents in, but it's about to be hell out here, man. You know. And if you ain't got the Heavenly Father on your side, or if you or if you're not them elites that's gonna hide in their bunkers, you in trouble. It's gonna be on, man. So with that, I hope this was edifying. I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to those elders and apostles out there from Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Allow respect to you brothers out there on the highways and byways, preaching the truth around the four corners of the earth, and salutations to the hopeful elect that you guys may be sealed soon. And with that, I always say stay prayed up, brothers. Pray for each other because we're almost up out of here. So I like to say Kwam Yasharallah and Abba Ball. Shalom.